Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been your TrueNet, and welcome back to Stellaris Apocalypse, where you join us here at the tenets of Tabby Empire, and things are a bit of an odd shape. This is an odd-shaped empire that I need to kind of think through a bit more logically today, because, yeah, it's all a bit weird, to be honest, all a bit weird. So we could definitely do with potentially rethinking how everything fits together a little bit, because I need to come up with some proper strategic thoughts about what defense stations need to go where. Because I've got 7 for now, albeit that will go up quite significantly quite fast. You get, like, you know, bonus from pops and bonus from own systems, and also loads of bonuses from techs and from traditions. So I don't need to worry too much about being fairly liberal in how I throw down my star bases, albeit they are quite expensive, so maybe I need to watch things a little bit. Today is going to be a good day of expansion and consolidation. We've got a lot of territory over here that these guys, the good old, the ancient caretakers, they're not going to be expanding into this space. They're not going to expand full stop. Well, not yet anyway. There's a small possibility, if a couple of dice rolls come down very badly for me later in the game, there's a chance these guys could be a real problem. But hopefully, that's not going to happen and everything's going to be fine. Also, apparently it's time for a new Cant Pope, and would you believe everyone likes the existing Cant Pope, so I guess the first and only human who will ever hold political office just continues to be Pope over and over again. Forever. So, alright, fine, whatever, enjoy being the Cat Pope. Now, we do have one rather exciting development, however, which is over here on Fernutopia, we've got our first actual immigrant from another empire. We have actually got one of the Athari who's decided to move out to us. I'd actually forgotten they were that sort of preference. Yeah, Savannah preference, lovely. So those guys have indeed decided to come and join us. Are you any good? Natural sociologists.
Construction complete.
That's actually not that bad at all. That's actually pretty useful. Talented, and they tend towards egalitarianism. Now that is going to be useful, because these guys, I think, therefore, will make better people to send over to another world than these guys. Because these guys, yeah, right now, there's a lot of xenophobia there. These guys, hopefully, the initial pops that actually pop out will be much more in line with my empire's thinking, so they'll be a lot happier. So you guys, good news. Actually, could you do a better job? That's 4.92. That is, hang on, no, swap places. 4.8. About the same. Also, apparently, I failed to fulfill a mandate. Sorry, I was busy, like, winning the war against the fanatical purifiers. Don't thank me all at once or anything. But they are slowly starting to come round here. We've got these guys here, yeah. This guy's actually switched to spiritualism from xenophobia. Let's move you up there, and that's going to be, yeah, 5.40. In fact, actually, probably better to move you down to here for, yeah, quite a bit of unity, but also a bit of energy. We could do with the energy. So you just go down here. You are good at, yeah, if we can actually just clear out the volcanoes at some point, you'd be a very good candidate to mine the Xenozoo for all the sociology research. So if we find, actually, you, my good man, might be an excellent person if we could ship one of you over to the White Heat of Technology. There's a fair bit of sociology going on there, and also a couple of empty spaces that I really need to actually take care of. And the Cat Pope human was indeed re-elected. She's very fancy, very, very fancy indeed. Right, I need to look at the species tab right now, because there's probably some changes I need to make, because I can't remember what I actually set the default rights as, or if I even bothered to change them full stop. So yes, these people, for the moment at least, are going to be residents, because I don't want them to be engaging politically for the time being. But actually, it seems like they can still join and stay inside factions. So I thought that meant they couldn't join factions, but maybe I'm misremembering. Limited military service, that's fine for the time being. But no migration, population, or colonization controls, that's absolutely fine as well. You're good. However, the Athari, my new welcome honoured guests. What are you right now? You can be, yeah, quite frankly, you can be full citizens. I've got no problem with you being full citizens. The only reason I'd want to actually declare residency is to try and stop you being too politically disturbing. You can absolutely help yourselves to some utopian abundance. That's absolutely a-okay. We like you guys. Full military service is fine. Colonization, yep. Welcome aboard, quite frankly. You are more than welcome inside our empire. In fact, I'll set the default rights as... oh, apparently... Blimey. The default rights is... yeah, default rights is indeed... Why does it say Athari? Those are the default rights. But okay, apparently the default rights is Utopian Abundance. Marvellous. Now, priority for expansion. I could potentially lock down this space for good if I just basically block off everyone else. This system, in particular, is very important. If I could basically get around here to here to here, take this system, that'd be marvellous. Take this system even better. Then these guys will actually have nowhere to expand to, which is fine, because I'd rather have all this lovely territory for myself, because otherwise they might expand along here and block me off. So this guy just wants to head along here. Oh, that's 13 minerals in there. Yeah. Also, apparently I don't have enough money. Right, by the time you get there, we'll have enough money. That'll be absolutely fine. I possibly need more construction ships, because we are going to start expanding like crazy around here. Yeah, actually, that's probably a good idea. Over at... Hang on, which one is it for? I probably need to rename these, actually. Right, that one's Leafy. We should definitely give ourselves a new construction ship. Ooh, 85. Why is that? Why is that 85 at the minute? I can't remember. Something's giving that a discount. Oh, speak of the cat pope, she's dead. And that's what you get for electing a human to be cat pope. We did know they were short-lived. Probably should have taken those harmony traditions. Oh well, never mind. Right, so now we actually get a cat to be cat pope. There's... Ooh. Okay, apparently by far the front runner is actually the person who would have industrialist for bonus minerals. Yeah, I could be dealing with that, thank you. I'm just going to leave that be. Why do we have unrest? I know we've got unrest. Apparently it's going up. Why is it going up? It shouldn't be going up. It's because we've got more pops coming in and they're actually all xenophobic, the new pops. Because that's not helpful. And the problem is you can't just actually spam defensive armies anymore, because armies are defined by buildings. Now, admittedly, I could spend some money throwing down a stronghold for the sake of a further 3 defensive armies that should presumably help. But actually, I've got 3 armies here, and it's not saying that's having any impact whatsoever. So... potentially that doesn't have an impact? We might just have to deal with this. How long are you guys going to be annoyed for, by the way? Recently conquered. They weren't conquered... Actually, they were conquered about 4 or 5 years ago. Just another 4 or 5 years, that'll wear off, and then they should be fine. Right, new leader. Yes, indeed, it was the favourite. So we've got industrialist empire mineral production up 10%. Now that is good news. That is a healthy increase in minerals. But the old woman who just died, she was giving us unity and food. So I might need to throw up a new farm to compensate. And cold fusion reactors have just come in. That's flipping perfect. And we've got... to be honest, none of those are that sexy. Just get the physics lab done just because I'm going to need that sooner or later. This could be useful. The Fofossons over here have offered communications for communications, plus they'll toss in some money. I think they're in communication with one person, we're not. So there we are. The Severely Associated Stars. That seems like a good sort of name. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like you. Right, we've got ourselves a good galaxy here. Lovely. You guys, what's your deal exactly? You've got... Okay, you've got rivals and someone's laying claims to you. Do you actually have any friends at the minute? Not really. You've got yourself some non-aggression packs, but you've got no defensive things. Yeah, you could be in trouble. We'll keep an eye on who potentially decides they're trying to murder you. Okay, up here in the north of the Empire, what I've managed to do is pretty much lock everything down up to this planet, which is actually quite a good planet, and I might well come and settle that at some point with some form of vaguely deserty people. In fact, that's actually Savannah. I might actually send some ducks up there to do that. That could be a lovely Athari colony right up there. The question is, how exactly do I deal with the defense of this place? Because I am just squeezed between 2 people who have all got multiple entry points into my empire and might cause trouble for me. And I don't see an obvious choke point here. Okay, me and these guys get on well. Yeah, in all fairness, I don't see us going to war anytime soon. Because we've got the non-aggression pact, we like each other, we're friendly. The game's saying they're superior, even though it's equivalent across the board, so whatever. Yeah, they kind of meet up with us in every possible way. There's not even that much border friction. They don't seem to care about us too much. These guys, they're receptive, but I feel like sooner or later we're going to have trouble with them. So how exactly do we do this? I mean, the safest way, arguably, as a backstop is Aldib. Aldib is extremely valuable, worth holding, and if they want to get into the rest of our empire, they've got no option but to go through Aldib. Like, that is the absolute backstop here. They have to go through there to reach the actual Heartlands and all the rest of it. However, if I actually build my station at Aldib, that leaves all of this vulnerable to attack. Okay, what are we going to do about all of this? You know what? We'll start there. I will indeed build up Aldib. So we're going to have that as our big military checkpoint up in the north of the Empire. I will build and maintain a small fleet here. Not like now, obviously, because I don't feel like it's urgent. Though admittedly, pirates might show up. If pirates show up here in a second, it might take us a while to respond to them. Though actually, some of these jumps are quite long. So maybe not quite as long as I'm fearing. Like, from where I am right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 jumps out here. 10 jumps isn't even that far, actually. Some of these jumps are quite long, so it's maybe not quite as far as I think it should be. Okay. I probably want to actually block out all of these as soon as possible, purely for the sake of stopping pirates appearing. Because as soon as we've taken all of this, pirates can't appear here, because there's some alien vessels in here. I don't think pirates can appear in alien vessel territory, so the only thing that's going to clear them out is these guys, and they'll probably come over here and take this sooner or later. So that's all fine. We could have, yeah, we could have one actual planet out here. That planet would then be, ooh. Would we want to defend that planet? Yes, we probably want 2 bases out here. One hard one here, and then a slightly softer base here, just to basically stall for time to make sure this planet remains safe. That's a good idea, I'd say. So, Aldib, you are being promoted to Starport. So, that is now Northern Frontier Station within the system of the Northern Frontier Outpost. So that is where we're going to hold these guys if they ever start causing trouble for us. Oh, I think we've just pulled it off by a matter of seconds. If we look over here to Jard Lapron, these guys, I think they are actually sending... No, you're building a research station. What are you doing? You're building mining stations. Do I want to... pen these guys in like this? Do I? Or is that mean? I could cancel that station. I mean, I could let them out. I could let them out, but then... These guys are my friends. They are my friends. The winds of freedom are sweeping the galaxy. Our people and yours are fortunate to be among the first to enjoy them. I should give these people a way out. I should let them... have a way out. But then if I do, they've got more ways to get into my empire if it ever comes to that. Do I want to give them the chance to expand because they're my friends? Or do I want to just say, this space is mine, go away now? Unfortunately, I don't get a choice, because once you've started building an outpost, the game is like, nope, that's your outpost now, you can't stop building it. You're committed to that, damn it. You can't get a bloody refund. So unfortunately, I'd need to... Oh, don't actually study that. That seems dangerous. Leave that be. I could demolish this thing. Oh, actually, wait, can I? Are you even able to demolish that? That's a defense platform I could disband. And... Ooh. Okay. Intriguingly, it seems like I actually have no way of... actually demolishing a starbase if you want to do that. Also, someone wants to chat to me. Hello, who are you? You are... You're okay enough. You're a bit egalitarian, but other than that, me and you aren't going to get on. Also, you're using the octopus symbol, and I swear someone else is already using that, so, like, maybe don't use that. Also, you're another plant. Except, you're better plants than the previous plants. Like, you're the first vaguely good plant we've run into, so well done on that. Ah, they're the guys squeezed up against the nice people down here. They do actually have a non-aggression pact with them, though, and you're not the ones who are laying claims against the nice guys down here. But yeah, these guys are a little bit squeezed in. But unfortunately, thanks to the way borders work now, yeah, being squeezed in inevitably leads to war sooner or later, because people run out of places to expand. Speaking of which, I've decided to be nice, by which I mean mercenary. So I'm willing to sell you, potentially, the system that's on your borders that would actually let you escape. So, transfer the system of, Most Haven, because of course you can only transfer stuff that's on their border. I am willing to transfer that to you. Now actually, I wonder if this is actually a good little, racket you can do. whether you just kind of grab territory that other people need and then basically hold it to ransom until they're willing to pay for it. You will need to pay for... Oh, I'm sorry, a system that lets you get out isn't worth a research agreement. Screw you. Okay. I would be willing... How about some food? No, they're not willing to give away their food. Okay. How about in that case, some nice... Okay, now suddenly they've decided to go crazy. So they're willing to pay 33 minerals, but beyond that it goes to minus 1,000. So I assume that's the point where they don't have any more. Okay. I'm willing to also accept some energy credits from you for this. 33 minerals and 75 energy credits. That's not even cocky worth it. Okay, this is probably not a good deal for me, because I actually had to spend 67 influence and 100 minerals on this. But I'm going to give these guys the system anyway, because they're good guys, and I don't want border friction to lead to us going to war. So I'm willing to do that deal with you. You can have that system. I will come out along this way. This will all be absolutely fine. We're going to be friends, damn it. There you go. I've handed over some territory to you. Well done. Aha, you wait bloody months for decent technology, suddenly all of it comes along at once. Starhold for the actual third tier of starbase. Railgun would be nice, and that autocannon, which is admittedly kind of hilarious. And yeah, for small, 4.43 with 100% shield damage bonus, so a small weapon with about 9 damage per time against shields. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, the railgun's doing 3.8 per time, only plus 50%, so that's a lot worse in that regard. It might be kind of fun to have the autocannon. I've never really played with them before, but they do look seriously badass. That's unquestionably true. Ah, I see the problem though. Yeah, it's the range. It's the low range. I've not really played with these guys before, so they've only got a range of 30, accuracy of 85% versus accuracy of 75%. Yeah, the tracking and the accuracy are actually... That's actually quite high. Oh, go on then. Just for fun, let's play with some of these. Also, I'll rename the desert planets to be Freedom and Liberation, which may or may not be offensive, I'm not sure. Aha, time for a new tradition now. This one gets interesting. So, we're at a period of relative peace at the minute. And if we are going to have another war, it's going to be against fanatical purifiers. So fanatical purifier war is kind of hilarious because they're just basically giant scrappy free-for-alls and there's no actual claims involved. So supremacy is not really required as an emergency. Now, one of my factions would like me to adopt diplomacy, even if I don't have to do anything with it. Discovery is, to my mind, like... Discovery's better in the early game, but in the early game I'd always rather rush expansion and prosperity. So I end up kind of leaving Discovery aside because it just feels like it's just sort of okay but not spectacular. Like, it's not like I really need survey speed increased by 35%. Like, by the mid-game, all your science vessels are sitting around just assisting research anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I've just done it slightly earlier. What else do we have? Research alternative increased by 1. Okay, but I can get tech for that, to be honest. Leader experience gain 25%. That's sort of okay. Faith in science is sort of nice. But then, even then, all you can do is produce, even if you've got, say, like, a skill 5 scientist chilling out there, that's just Unity 5. Like, I'm getting Unity over 10 down on the surface for each temple. Though I guess, if you get, like, Unity 3 for every single planet in the Empire, that would add up a little bit. But, again, that's right down at the bottom of Discovery. Finisher effect is nice. Adoption effect's okay. I'd probably rather go for Harmony at this point. Yeah, just because pop growth speed increased by 25%. That is a good thing. Aside from the fact that, like, I'm just going to run out of food even bloody faster. I need to find a new world to settle on. One that's got plenty of bloody food on it. You know, the weird thing, despite all these planets we've just grabbed, there isn't actually a good breadbasket world among them. The best bet is possibly, actually, way up here. On Hamcad 3. Because up here, if I were to land here, yeah, really good boost to food, really good boost to food, and then, when the time is right, when I get Betharian sorted out, a really big boost to a Betharian power plant. That will be tons of energy, and then that will be a really, really good mineral spot right there. Just, yeah, this is actually just a nice world in general. Really nice world, actually. Yeah. Okay, so we need to be settling this here Savannah world. That's the next plan. If I'm going to be settling a Savannah world, then there's only one species that's up for the job. over here on Freedom, we have got some Athari. So you, my good lads, are going to be... Oh, yeah, you are perfect. Really skewing towards egalitarianism. Absolutely spot on. You, my good lads, are going to be leading the charge on a perfect new world that is literally spot on for you. Way, way, way up in the north of the Empire. Now, you're a little bit unguarded. I'll admit, we've built a Northern Frontier Outpost, except it's called the Northern Frontier Outpost, because sometimes I can't cocking type. But there is totally a military station, like, vaguely close by to you. It's going to take them a while to get there, by the way. Yeah, let's get time ticking along here, because it's going to take you a while to actually get to your destination, I'm afraid. In fact, some of you... Actually, you know what? It's not that some of you will die before you get there, but it might well take a year or two of in-game time. So, you know, it's a bit of a journey. And here we go. Our first ever Athari colony. The first ever colony we founded by anything other than tabbies or humans. Absolutely marvellous. Oh, hello. Someone's just thrown an insult at us. Oh, well, of course it's the cabbage people. Your species seems to grow more and more disgusting with each passing day, Tabby. Well... to be honest, I'm not convinced you're one to judge. And give it 3 years, we will come back and finish you off if you're so bloody determined for us to do so. Okay, the colony ship is ready. Let's slap it down on Hamcad 3 right here. This is where we want to go, and this is the spot where we would actually like it to be. Marvellous. And I will very happily name this place the Athari Sanctuary in honour of the Athari who will actually be doing all of the hard work here. And actually this is... Aha! This is technically in the middle of a nebula. Fine, so it's hard to spy on this area. Gotcha. I've also built a listening outpost at the Northern Frontier Outpost. So at this point we can see... yeah, we can see clearly 3 systems in. 1 from the sensors and then 2 more from the listening outpost. So we can basically see 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can see all of these systems. We can see these systems around here, around here. If they're invading at any point, or if there's any suspicious movement or troop build-up, we will see it. Oh, we've got a new communication, and oh dear. Right, so remember that direction we were expanding in towards the south? The XT489 Eliminator Empire has just been in touch. I'm gonna guess they don't want to say, hello, we are friendly can openers, do you have any cans that need opening? No. No, it turns out they're a rogue defense system of terrifying robot angel murder demons. Organic vermin detected. Your infestation of this galaxy cannot be permitted to continue. Love is friendship set to music, XT489. Right, so I'm gonna guess these guys have already been at war with at least some people, right? They've got, yeah, they've got claims against some people, and they've got claims against them too. But actually, I'm kind of surprised that claims a thing. I would have thought they worked like fanatical purifiers, where it was just a land grab. Because they are like, you know, a hive mind that wants to destroy everything. They're basically just fanatical purifiers, but robots. But I guess maybe not. They're kind of different. Okay, yeah, and these guys get influence +1 to compensate for the fact they don't actually get factions, and core sector systems +2, which is a nice little bonus to have. Right, so they probably hate us. They are rivaled by these people, presumably can't rival in return. Yeah, we can't. Actually, we could make claims. Apparently they do engage in diplomacy, except apparently not much. Yeah, they'll only engage in... Ah! They'll engage in diplomacy with other machine intelligence or synthetic empires. So if I were to synthetically whatever, make myself into synthetic things, then they'd be willing to have a nice chat with us. Lovely. Well, nothing we can do with them for the time being. Honestly, we should probably just close our borders to them, just for safety. Your nullification of border access for the XT489 has been received. The XT489 Eliminator will no longer enter Tabby space. Well, that was bloody easy. I didn't realise keeping out the kill bots was going to be so simple. Though on the plus side, yeah, these two guys have already hooked together into a federation, and now that federation makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does. Because, yeah, these guys, they've got nasty neighbours. Alright, so, I want to be expanding down here. The problem is, because of these guys here, if these guys want to expand, they've got no choice but to either expand to the south or over to the west. So I need to be ready to draw up a boundary against them. I'll admit, the power situation is now suddenly getting a little bit on the OTT side, and you guys, if friends with you guys, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, we're We're losing power a bit too fast here. Okay. I thought we were building power stations down here, actually. Oh, yeah, the problem is I'm expanding like crazy, and I'm assuming star bases do actually have an energy cost. Right. You're already building energy things. Where are you? Build some, like, energy things. Some, like, energy power stations. Whatever, those things. Okay, we need to plug this gap kind of fairly urgently, actually. Who would like to do a nice trade with us? Nice little trade for some monthly energy credits. Not them. Gotcha. Okay, the prices around the galaxy are just a total rip-off. So what I'm going to say is, these guys are currently eating a lot of power. As soon as they go down, the situation will resolve itself, probably a little bit. So all I need to do is find somebody to trade just for a block of power just to keep me going. How about the friendly starfish people? They like me. See that there? That's a good deal. It's a terrible deal, but it's a better deal than anyone else is giving me, so let's go for it. I love, by the way, how I hand over the minerals in advance, but then we wait to see whether they're willing to actually return with the bloody energy. Also, sociology lands, apparently we've got 2 types of aliens just, like, chilling out in our research logs. It's quite possibly just some, like, void clouds or something. I'm genuinely not sure what it's going to be. So if you guys just want to get on with that... It said 2 months. A week later, they're almost done. Marvellous. Ah, yes, indeed. The space amoeba. Fine. Special project for that. That's a-okay. That takes another 2 months. These are always worth doing. They're just really fast, and, like, sometimes you get empire-wide bonuses, like physics plus 10% for the entire empire. It's always worth doing those, just nice and quick. In fact, I should have done them a while ago. Oh, we were just barred from these bastards. Now, if we've just been barred from these bastards, I'm just going to assume, yep, space amoeba forever. Yep, energy credits plus 5% across the entire empire, forever. Very good thing right there. Move on to the next thing. Lovely. Yeah, I think that was void clouds. If they've just closed the actual borders, that means it's been 10 years. If it's been 10 years, that means... oh my goodness, all of you are no longer recently conquered, and now you're all perfectly happy. Just, you know what, guys? It's been 10 years. Precisely 10 years. Shall we all simultaneously decide to move on? Yes. Yes, we shall. And that's going to have a good impact on the Empire, because that means all their yields are going to jump up, because they were getting happiness debuffs. Now, some of them are still a little bit unhappy if they are actually the xenophobe lot, but some of them, who have joined other factions, are, yes indeed, much more cheery about the whole thing. And they should all skew to different factions sooner or later, because things like the Holotemple come with, yep, Spiritualist Ethics Attraction plus 30%, so there'll be a lot of people switching over to Spiritualist from Xenophobe. And the Void Clouds must also be observed for 2 months. That'll be a good benefit. Yeah, I'd forgotten the Space Amoeba could give you plus 5% energy. I think, however, it varies based on government and ethics and all of that business, so it's not necessarily always going to be that for everyone. And speaking of which, the Closed Borders network is absolutely shrinking. There used to be 8 people in it, now there's only 6, so people are moving away from the xenophobe ethos, which works for me. And humbling happiness 10% for the next many years. I approve, damn it. Oh, look at that. You see that in the yields immediately too. Nice. And the colony ship hasn't even got there yet. That's plus 7 with a colony ship still on the way. And another group of Savannah dwellers wants to actually move into our empire. You are more than welcome to, my good friends over there. How are you getting on, by the way? You actually at war with anyone? No, actually, it seems like you are nice and calm and non-aggressive and just been quietly expanding, albeit now you're a little bit stuck. Yeah, that's the one downside of the new border system. It's very easy for the AI to get itself just kind of stuck in a corner. And like in the old game, of course, they just build a colony ship, send it around here, plonk it down, and just have a new bit of territory over here that was separate. Now the AI seems to really struggle to want to do that. It really wants to have continuous borders through its empire, so it's got constant hyperlane links, which you'd think would be offset by the fact that border friction would be a big deal now, but border friction doesn't really seem to bother them much at all. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. I need to play a bit more before I figure out how I feel about that, I think. Big changes over on the east of the galaxy. These guys, yeah, the bird people, they have actually joined the Federation, so the Infinite Pond, hang on, there's supposed to be a colour scheme for this sort of thing. Wait, yes, I think I already had it on. Oh. It's not the most obvious thing in the world, is it? When I turn it on, these 3 guys all have a red border, which is, not necessarily that helpful, because the guy next door also has the same coloured border. Okay, lovely, it's fine. And a new contact shows up too, the Ganvius Empire. People are just stumbling around here. Authoritarian Xenophile Spiritualist, yep. I can get on with you. Is that you down there? That's you down there. And you've also got a neighbour I don't know about right here that's squeezed in very close to... Yeah, the Space Romans are very squeezed. They're just basically building down this spine. Which is kind of cool. I like the empires that build down the spine. I'm guessing either you are... Well, actually, I was about to say, either you're friends with the exterminators. I don't think anyone's friends with the exterminators. I don't think that's how exterminators work. Ah, the bloody colony ship is finally actually colonising itself. Marvellous. So while it does cost energy, not as much energy as just having them all up in space. So as a result, yes, marvellous. Soon that world will be ready to... I thought I renamed you. There we go. The Athari Sanctuary way up north. Now, the problem is that's going to put us over our planet cap. So somebody needs to go into an actual sector. And I think I know who I want it to be, actually. Liberation is... Oh, hello. Abandoned Gateway. Where have I just found one of them? Down... Ah, down over here, yes. I could bring that into the Empire. Might be kind of fun to have an abandoned gateway. We've got... Oh, hello.
Research complete.
This here would be a nice little choke point, wouldn't it? What do you have? That is an ocean world and a 25 strong arid worlds. Okay. This is very intriguing. And more people want to chat. The Dekafkans. Hello, you're kind of dicks. Not sure we'll actually be able to get on with you. We'll see. Ooh, you're down there too. Fine. Okay, so all of a sudden, as we start expanding in this direction, we're learning a lot about this. Right. So, high priority, this system needs to be secured. Because, sure, I'm all up for sharing with these guys, but when it comes down to it, if there's going to be one extremely important little choke point system that might theoretically one day be the choke point between me and determined exterminators, I should probably be the one to hold that, actually. So you can have a few more systems around here, but I'm having the choke point, alright? Also, this is just mean. I've been waiting for flipping noxious swamp clearance to show up for bloody ages, and Pither and Dust is really, really nice because food plus 10% is really, really nice, but also naval capacity. Naval capacity plus 30, I can't turn down. That literally doubles my naval capacity. And as much as I'd like shields, I can't turn down the bloody power plant too either. Oh dear, oh bloody dear. Back to the ship designer, by the way. I do indeed have, yep, a new power source, which I need to take advantage of here. Because I need to slap down improved armor and improved shielding. There we go. That's much better for the ships. No need to move over to the new power source for the destroyers just yet, though. I can just slap on more armor and life will be good for the time being. And the upgrade's only going to cost 122. Marvellous. Right. You get on with that. The thing is, what do we do with these bastards? Because I don't think I've got any interest in taking over their worlds. And I don't know if my allies do either. What I think we should probably consider is... Actually, do we have any way of declaring war against you other than... No, it's just containment. There's no way to liberate them. Liberation is not an option anymore, unfortunately. So... what are we going to do? Because I don't really actually want your stupid empire. I don't want your planets. They're more trouble than they're worth. They're full of nasty xenophobes who hate me and hate being ruled by me. So, we could start a war with them just to get it ticking along, but then war exhaustion will start ticking up for me as well. Interesting. So liberation is indeed currently generating a food surplus, just... freedom is not. Right, okay. If I just slap down a couple of extra farms on freedom and liberation, they could just be put into their own little sector, and then we could leave the plant people to just run themselves. And that would be... Actually, you know what? There's no need to rush Freedom Station.
Research complete.
I will simply make liberation. Yeah, I'll make liberation like that. I think that will be absolutely fine. So, also, what just finished up? Ooh, the autocannon. Autocannon's kind of... Oh, Betharian power plant. I think I need that, actually, because the new one I'm about to settle does have Betharian on it. So... Oh, but destroy plus 200 health points. Take the Betharian. It doesn't always show up every time. Yeah, I'm happy for liberation to go straight into a sector now. It's pretty much as developed as I think it needs to be. Back over to planets and sectors, please. So the new sector is... making a modest profit. I'm happy to tax it, however. It's not barely going to make anything for me, but I'm happy to tax it. And as for leaders, I'm guessing, yeah, right now, it's only tabbies. I should probably give these guys some rights back, because they're chilling out at this point. So, yeah, if I can, back over to the species tabs, please. So, the Queptiliums, let's just set your rights here. I think you are actually allowed to be full citizens now. Welcome up. Oh, he looked thrilled, by which I mean he just yawned. And someone has just died, Statia Popidus. Oh, that was the society research person. That is a great shame. Do we have a spare floating around? Sometimes democracies just do. Tragically not. In which case, we have, expert biology. Not bad at all, and you're very young. Go on then. Welcome aboard, Drusus Flavonius. Oh, bloody hell, everyone's just falling over dead. Hang on, I've not really got enough energy to fund all of you, to be honest. Just chill out for one bloody second. Right, who is it this time? It was one of you. Yes, I know. So it's a... Oh, you're exactly the same. You're both experts at Voidcraft, or Spark of Genius, but 50 years old. Spark of Genius is 10% across the board. That's 15% just for a very specific class. Yeah, we will take the guy who's Spark of Genius. Never turn down a Spark of Genius, lad. Right, so my fleet is almost up to capacity. The Cabbage Defense Force up to 32, representing a strength of 2,700. Currently posted at Freedom Station. And we can't really see what's going on here, unfortunately, due to the fact that, yeah, they are located in a nebula. So even though we have a listening outpost there, we can't see what's going on. Now, with that new fleet of... I think I just accidentally went oversized. Sorry, my mistake. Right, with that new fleet, if I were to declare war, these guys would both be up for getting involved. The question is, do I actually even want to fucking get involved? Okay, I'm going to start a war with these guys, because it's not like we're going to lose this war. When I say it's not like we're going to lose this war, what if they actually decided not to invade Freedom Station? What if they invaded the Singularity up here? You give yourselves a couple of, well, maybe give yourself one defense platform. Give yourself one defense platform right there. My plan should probably be to, but now the thing is, when we originally thought about this war, it's like, oh, well, those idiots can take care of the planets. I'll just mop up the rest of it. Yeah, the problem is, but their force is right here. Their force is conveniently right flipping there. I don't know where your forces are. I don't actually have the active sensor link with you. But if I basically start a war and they're in, presumably this force just basically bumps into here and seizes these 3 bits of territory immediately. Then it's literally just the planets. We've just got to crack our way past the planets, defense platforms, and upgraded star bases, which is less easy than it sounds. Much less easy, in fact. And also, irritating, I don't own a single strategic resource. Does anyone around here own a strategic resource I might want to get my hands on, by the way? Because I think I've researched like 3 different strategic resources that I now have visibility of, but I don't happen to have actually spawned on any of them. And neither does anyone around me. Oh, there's one. Habitability plus 5%. Boo! That would be a nice thing to have. And you've got some of that too. Boo to you as well. No, tragically, no real obvious signs of incoming good quality strategic resources, which is a real shame, because some of them can actually be quite powerful in the bonuses they give you. Okay, I'm just going to start a war regardless. These guys are both in. Alright, lads. These guys cannot have got much stronger, so let's kick this off, and let's just basically eliminate these gits, alright? But, when all is said and done, I don't actually want to end up owning this, alright? Because I don't want to have to deal with the problems that come with it. But actually, what I probably should do immediately is just basically swing over there and take my station back, because that's something I do actually want back. What have we got here, by the way? Yeah, Freedom Station. So, Freedom Station, slap down, I can't afford a defense platform. In many ways, this was not the right time to start a war, but apparently we have actually declared war. We're not surprised, in fact we expected this sooner. Well, you know what? I was building the fleet. It's fine. You'll find our forces are ready for you. Yeah, now he's not really talking smack about destroying us. Now he's just saying, yeah, it's okay. We've got a defense ready to go. It's all fine. Now, are you moving? They are. Hang on. Let's get visibility of what you're doing. Yes. Their main fleets are moving in. They're bringing in about 3,000 power. The problem is, well, or rather, that's good actually, because, yeah, these guys have still got pretty much the same power as before. So they're moving in. Are you guys willing to... Yeah, visibility is just shared if you do a joint war these days. Are you moving in? Yes, fine. So they're moving in as well. But bear in mind, they might decide to change their minds at some point and just back out afterwards. If they were going to attack us, the problem is we just can't see. Unfortunately, because of the bloody nebula, even with a listening outpost, I cannot see what's going on right now. These guys are just going to move into there. This is only 3 jumps away. And its strength, yes, 712. Okay, I'm going to send my force over to there. I'm reclaiming that station off them. And just for safety, now that we've got a bit of money, Freedom Station, slap yourself down an additional defense platform, please. Thank you very, very much indeed. But this is the new force. Admittedly, it's still very Corvette heavy.
Construction complete.
This is the downside of the reinforced button. It's because basically it tries to buy what you can afford. So if you just kind of hit it when you've got low money, the only thing that can be afforded is the Corvette. So therefore you'll always end up kind of fulfilling the Corvette contingent first, and then like you end up with none of the destroyers you actually want. Also, while we're busy murdering cabbages, the Athari Sanctuary actually went down. Absolutely beautiful. So, soon we'll have the Betharian ready to go. Remind me, you guys are natural sociologists. And immediately you guys are egalitarian, xenophile. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right, let's get the food situation sorted out here. Build a farm right there. That's absolutely fine. And while we're going to have plenty of food coming in, change the food stockpiling to balanced. Because sooner or later, we are actually going to need that, yes. So, you're coming in here. These guys have arrived at this station, but this is an oh dear, oh dear. Technology has moved on. Technology has moved on. Oh, they are just sweeping through. They are just sweeping through all of it. This is just embarrassing. And now they're murdering a science ship. Is that, oh, sorry, construction ship. Okay, that feels a little bit mean, to be honest. Honestly, you didn't need to do that, and they've immediately seized that area. Fine. Aha. We now know where their fleet is. So their fleet is heading down over here.
Complete.
Apparently, I don't know where they're going. Are you trying to hit one of their star bases? It looked to me like they were heading down to... No. Okay, they're going for this star base first, which they will totally be able to take, so good. There's going to be a bit of a trade of territory going on in this part of the world. There is the Athari. Their Void Core have just shown up and are immediately murdering this station. Lovely. So, I just love war against the fanatical purifiers. It's just such a fun land grab. Right, you guys, get up here. Are you actually nearly ready to be in position? Yes, you are. In fact, you are there right now. Unfortunately, we've got the harder target to take out, because we've got to knock out our own cocking starbase. Oh, this is cute. Because I built the starbase, it's in the humanoid style, but because they built the defense platform, it's in their style. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so the shield should collapse momentarily just because we're using a lot of coil guns, so that will just basically tear apart the shields. And then, where is our... Yep, there are the destroyers at the back, basically forming up a line and just bombarding the station. So the defense platform is at this point down. Who's taking damage, if anyone, or are you guys all okay? I think you guys should all be okay, to be honest. You've got better evasion these days. One destroyer is taking a bit of damage. In fact, weirdly, the destroyer seems to be drawing the attention. And now this station has, yeah, it's lost its armor. Now we just need to basically murder everything about it. And this station will fall back into our hands. These guys have knocked over this station and taken it over. In fact, wait, did you just take over a planet? No, there's no planet there. But now they're heading towards a planet, yes. And there's also, oh, do we have a battle going on here? It looks like we might do, actually. That is 1,500 of that strength and, yeah, 1,900. They actually want to do this, which makes sense, and this works for me, because honestly, while these guys are probably going to lose this fight, and these missiles will just destroy that station immediately, I'm happy with, no, they're backing off. Okay, strength 1,500 is now chasing down strength 1,900. which is quite frankly a little bit confusing. I think they're going to catch them. This is actually going to be a war before the end of this. Also, don't forget the bloody science. Hang on. Oh, plasma throwers. Yes, plasma throwers are amazing. 50% plus hull damage. Yeah, plasma throwers were always good. Now they're even cocking better. And railguns wouldn't be bad either. Space torpedoes are. Actually, now both missiles and torpedoes go in the same slot. I'm not sure which is better than the other anymore. But yeah, you've got the armor damage and shield penetration. That's kind of nice. I can't deny that is actually pretty nice potentially. But in terms of bonus damage to armor, I'd rather put my faith in plasma, to be honest. And I'll also take the railguns, because then a mix of plasma and railguns will be able to tear through just about anything. Yeah, let's get that underway. And are you guys actually going to fight, or are you guys going to successfully... No. No, it says it's attacking the Void Core, but I feel like... Surely this is... Oh, it's because the game's paused. Is the battle about to kick off? Because I feel like even though this is actually the smaller force, potentially, yeah, they've had their hyperdrive interrupted. I think these guys have got the technology advantage. I'm pretty sure they do, in fact. So, can I actually see what's going on in this fight? Yes, I can. And... actually, they're starting to warp out pretty fast. These guys seem to have plenty of shielding going on here. Plenty of hull points, but those are just the destroyers. Yeah, it looks to me like the Rhino Tortoises are going to back out and lose this one, but they'll just basically heal up and be back later. They've already claimed a lot of territory. My troops should actually be in position to try and take... Actually, do I want to take anything? Good question. I don't know. There's Battle Core. There's Void Core. Those guys are moving in right now. Fine. And we've got more flipping death going on. Was that the Pope by any chance? Or is it just... Oh, it's... Why is it always time for an election when I'm waging a war? Well, our existing ruler, who is skill level 5 out of 5, absolutely marvellous. Yeah, age 76, ruling from repose, is the odds-on favourite to be re-elected, which I'm absolutely fine with, because warlike and industrialist, that's a good combination. Do I want to try and grab anything else from these guys at this point? I'm not sure. Also, very quickly, send my fleet to the station that they just liberated, because then they can heal up and carry on their way. Also, ooh, medium plasma thrower. Where are the cocking science ships? Apparently these guys had the technology for medium plasma throwers. Get a science ship back here, right cocking now. Ooh, it's our first duck scientist. Welcome up. I don't have the energy. This is annoying. I don't have the energy to hire flipping scientists. Okay, plan. As this guy, Opita Fumia, is not actually doing anything useful right now, I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that you can basically just teleport people from one side of the galaxy to the other. Because I believe this was, yeah, this science ship was doing assist research over at Lux, which this science ship is doing as well. And then the scientist died. So, bring you round here, get that research done, and then this science ship over here, we'll just put a new scientist in there later. Okay, so, things are looking very, very bad for these guys now. These guys have just run straight in here and smashed that. That force is also now passing through the Battle Core. The other Battle Core, rather the Void Core, they're moving in at the moment and will momentarily... Oh, they've got plasma. They've got that plasma. That's plasma right there, tearing the hell out of armor. I love plasma. I think plasma's got even better, which is weird, because plasma's already kind of overpowered, and I think now they've made it even better. Because, yeah, plasma getting ridiculously high bonus damage versus hull and armor. Just blend that with something that's very, very good at tearing apart shields, and you have got yourself a very nice little loadout. So that ship's about to fall apart, which is lovely. But then the question is... Yep, that's transport fleet, alright. They are bringing in their transport fleets, or if they're not, they've got them nearby ready to go. So I'm kind of hoping that, yeah, the Athari will take over this planet, and the Rhino Tortoise people will take over this planet, and that'll be your lot. Did we re-elect? Yes, we did indeed re-elect that guy. Marvellous. And the Cabbage Defense Fleet has also been fully repaired. I am going to move my fleet to this spot, ready to assist if need be. When I say assist, as it turns out, it would appear that this force has already shown up and is going to basically murder everything. And we've got... Ooh. Okay. I don't know what the Council of Metaphysical Cleansing is, but it feels like a bad thing. Like, that sounds bad. And didn't we... I swear we already had a religious council, didn't we? Did we not? Did it... Oh, I think it might have ceased to exist. Like, I think everybody jumped ship to the other two. Everyone jumped ship to Alien Awareness and Popular Vote. So now it's started to exist again. Probably because the new cat pope is a spiritualist, so now there's a bit more attraction towards that again. Fine, lovely. But the fleet has managed to finally make its way back to friendly territory, and now we've got another battle on our hands. 1,500 of these guys, and they are... Oh, they're bombarding that world, and now going to go in and probably take a bit of damage. But at this point, mind and body. I kind of want mind and body. Yeah, mind and body. Just take that. For 20 years, leader lifespan's a really big improvement. So, they still have one good-sized fleet here. They absolutely do. I'm deploying my fleet in this direction to go and be involved at Medak. I'm kind of hoping this force wants to take this system, because I've got no interest in it. It's not going to link up to my systems going forward. That's absolutely fine. And, 5 people have immediately jumped onto this group. Anything I could do to help you guys out to make you like me more? Empty shells allowing for the replacement of organic life. I don't. There's not a single robot in the entire Empire, but if you'd like me to specifically ban it, that's fine. Robotic workers outlawed. There we go. That's been outlawed now. We've outlawed a thing that doesn't even exist. Are you happier? Up to 57, but still not entirely happy. Nothing's going to make you happy, is it? No. No, I suspect not. Meanwhile, I suspect over here, yeah, I think those guys just walked out. And there is, however... Oh, unfortunately, there's even flipping more showing up. Wait, hang on. Who are you? Oh, sorry. Those are the Rhino Tortoise people. I forgot what they were called. So 1,400 is now swinging over in this direction. These guys just... Oh, that's kind of awkward. So these guys just knocked over that planet, which they probably don't actually want. And now, potentially, the Rhino people are going to knock over this one. They possibly do want that, actually. And in fact, actually, as it turns out, it looks like... Yeah, they've actually got 2 fleets on the move, including 1,400 right there. My fleet is moving in to offer assistance. My fleet is actually the strongest one on the field right now. I've got 2,800 strength. So I can pretty much knock over whatever I want to, but I don't really want to be involved around here. So I'm just coming along here. Yeah, they're bombarding that world, which normally means they actually want to take it. So if they're bombarding that world, there's a good chance these guys aren't going to be along here. Yeah, I want to come down here. So, where are you exactly? There is a fight going on between... Oh, yeah. At this point, though they are successfully warping away, those guys are a bit screwed. And they're running out of friendly territory to fall back to at this point. There's... Yeah, what's left is badly damaged. Really badly damaged. They're pretty much out of strength. In fact, they're actually up to, at this point, 100% war exhaustion already. They are ready to just give it up. The achieving war goals, however, would just be... Oh, yeah. Achieving war goals is just them ceasing to exist, in which case, I don't know where the territory goes, but everything seems to be going okay. These guys are trying to follow up immediately. That is, once again, yeah, that's the fleet I think they just fought, fighting a second time. I'm going to bring my fleet up immediately. They can basically just go over here, joining in. Marvellous, yeah. Even if these guys lose, I've now got 2,800 strength coming in. They've already taken that out. They're just shooting these ships down. It's all falling apart for them. And now they're going... Are they going north? No, they're not going north. And those missiles are going to tear this station apart. Just look at that. Armor being torn apart. Second volley of missiles. They're already down to half health. This is a tough armored station, damn it. But there's nothing it can do. There is nothing it can do to all of this. This is just beautiful. And the missiles just keep coming in, and the station will probably fall before its shields do. That's probably kind of embarrassing. Oh, by the way, here's the reinforcements. Don't worry, guys. Cavalry's here, but I will let you take this one. Feel free to knock yourselves out, or rather knock that out. And I think that's actually every system they've got. So, in which case... How exactly do we settle this war? Because these guys don't seem to be moving in. And I don't see... Ah, there is one force here. Good. So you are going to go and take this world. And after that, literally everything they have is occupied. At which point... Oh, hello. There's 65 strength here. Excuse me. Are you lost? In all fairness, it doesn't matter. One Corvette on its own can't knock down a single starbase. Literally any starbase in our empire can destroy it. So that's fine. So these guys now heading over here to destroy this base, which is beautiful. And now these guys are well, they're out of territory, to be honest. So now it's just a case of who eventually is going to occupy who. Because there's nothing actually left. It's just a question of who gets the planets. And it's not me, because I don't hold those systems. And I don't want to hold those systems, so knock yourselves
Spaceport
out.
under attack.
Oh, and did someone just say spaceport under attack? Is it this thing? Yes, okay. So this one Corvette has decided to attack this one system that... Oh yeah, they're trying to actually take back this system. Oh, guys. I don't think it's going to go well for you, unfortunately. I think these missiles will tear you apart. This is presumably also their last Corvette. Because, yeah, they actually don't have anything left. But the missiles we launch from their own station... Oh. Hello. No longer a valid rival. For what reason? Because we... Oh. Presumably because we don't actually have a board with them anymore. Because, yeah, technically they don't own anything. And also... Oh. Salvage preserved. That was plasma throwers. Okay. Plasma thrower is good. Plasma thrower is very, very good. Are they now available? Plasma throwers. Oh, was that what we were already doing? We were already doing that. Fine. Well, we've sped it up a bit. Also, there's a new empire down here, and we don't know who they are. That worries me a little bit, but we should probably actually put a bit of strength down into... Yeah, you over there. Just move to that system. I will get you a new scientist as soon as I can. In fact, actually, you know what? Screw it. We do actually have the opportunity to do that now. Who's the youngest person going? It's you! Welcome aboard! And someone else has been in touch, hopefully. Ah, perfect. It's exactly the guys I was hoping for. Now, are you guys going to be... No, but wait, hang on. Deathicon? I thought I already heard from you, or am I thinking of... No, I'm thinking of these guys, fine. The Galactic Spyron Coalition. Is that you? Because if it is, me and you can be friends. No, it's not. Where was the Galactic Spyron Coalition then? Ah, they're just down here somewhere. Fine, they don't really impact me in the slightest. Yeah, I need to know who these guys are. Because if they're another group of dicks, then this could be a difficult area to expand into in the long run. And there's my naval capacity up. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very good. And, oh, fleet command limit plus 20. Here we go. Now we're getting the good stuff. This is better. Now, slightly awkward thing going on here. Which is, if I decide to end the war right now, war exhaustion is slowly ticking up just due to attrition. That means nothing else changes hands. So, until you guys make the active decision to invade with one of your transport fleets, then actually those planets would go back to these bastards. But unfortunately, no one seems interested in actually invading their worlds. Okay, I've got half a plan here. I've set my fleet to encourage allies to follow me. And I am going to begin bombarding their capital. And I'm going to see if anyone responds to that by showing any interest whatsoever in coming and helping with the occupation. And the answer appears to be no. Actually, wait, hang on. No, someone is doing something. These guys have... Uh-oh. Pirates in Eeyore. Where's the in Igor system? Uh-oh, take me to the pirates. They must be dealt with. They probably must. Where's in Igor? Right. Should have expected that would cause trouble sooner or later. How strong is the pirate fleet? 627. You see this? This is why I should have had a separate fleet. Okay, guys. Good news. I need to form a new fleet. Right, split the fleet in half. Marvellous. So, Classis 1, congratulations, you are now being deployed in this direction to go and deal with pirates. It's gonna take you a while to get there, unfortunately. Right, unfortunate, but you will be able to take care of it when you get there. The remaining fleet, however, can get on with this. Yeah, these guys are actually bombing this world. And that's the way bombardment works now. Basically, this little meter goes down. Every time it reaches the bottom, an army is dead. And depending on your kind of bombardment stance, something may be destroyed down on the surface. In fact, there we go. A hydroponics farm was indeed just completely trashed by the bombardment. I think if you remove absolutely all of their armies, you don't need to invade afterwards, though I'm not 100% sure on that. And potentially a bit of interest going on here as well. The Tortoise Rhino people have shown up in this system. So potentially, these guys have decided they're willing to have the planet. Good. That flipping works for me. You guys going to go into bombardment stance? Now I've shuffled off. Hopefully, yes. They absolutely are. So this world's got itself 6 armies. It's going to take a while for them to blow through all of that. Bombardment is, as it ever was, still very, very slow indeed. Hello. Changes over in the Infinite Pond. They have become more xenophile. Good for them. Marvellous. It always bugged me that they were materialist and pacifist. What have you given up for that? Ah, now you're just a little bit of all of them. How would you like a migration treaty, by the way? I'd be more than happy to have you in the Empire. And speaking of which, plasma throwers. Plasma throwers are the best thing. An antimatter reactor too. Yeah, take it, take it, take it, take it. These pirates are doing an irritating amount of damage in the time it's taking for the first fleet to actually get over to them, unfortunately. They're just kind of bumming around. Where are you going now? Right now they're heading back to where they were. Fine. We should hopefully be able to catch them there before they cause any more trouble.
They're fighting. Stop fighting!
I don't think we're in a position to judge VI. Also, hang on, before we figure out who's fighting who. Ooh, cruisers. Oh my, but the Ripper autocannon also sounds kind of hilarious, but no. Don't... Oh, that's a really good choice. Plasma thrusters are really, really good. Ripper autocannons sound kind of funny, and cruisers sound really, really good as well, because, you know, they're... Okay, get cruisers. I haven't seen many cruisers around so far. Now, who's declared war on... Oh! Oh my! Okay. This is intriguing. Who are you guys? I thought you guys were okay, but you've attacked my... Oh, you're dicks. Right. So, those guys decided to just invade here. How's their fleet? Their fleet is equivalent to mine, naval capacity inferior to me. But these guys have got themselves a good fleet, albeit, unfortunately, it might have just taken some knocks trying to do this. And this might mean they decide to give up on the occupation. Nope, they've decided to keep going with the occupation of the bastard cabbage world. Beautiful. And we've also got... Oh! Hello! Right, well this is quite a big deal. Apparently we've found where the flipping actual, the stagnant ascendancy, the enigmatic observers, fine. So the xenophile lads. Hello! Lovers friendship set to music. Where are you? Is that... Oh. Right. Well, this is an interesting part of the galaxy to potentially go and visit, isn't it? So there's a fallen empire of xenophiles right there. Okay, me and them should get on just fine. However, over here, we've actually got some, what appears to be, fairly successfully expanding determined exterminators. Right, and their fleet power is superior to mine right now. Okay, I say we come over... Oh, wow, that's a good system. I say we come here, we lock this down, and we just say, that's it, no one crosses this line. And we prepare for the possibility of a fairly major war on this system right here at some point. Okay, so what we've got going on Mosslands at the minute is the defensive armies are now gone. Now, I'm not actually sure what happens now because they're still emptying the bar. Possibly when the bar empties for the final time when there's no actual army to take out anymore, they get the planet by default. Or possibly they're just... No, at this point they're just shelling the surface. Right, well that's just... You guys are dicks. Okay. They're just shelling the surface. Oh, that's just great. Marvellous. Now, where are the cocky pirates? Where are you, you bastards? There you go. Right, get over here. Take out the cocky pirates, please. And this should be a fairly simple victory for us, to be honest, against these pirate forces. We're just spinning around each other, slapping each other with all sorts of bits and pieces. I've actually also brought a destroyer with me, who's just kind of firing in as well. We are still doing very, very well indeed. And yeah, the thing that you've got as an advantage over pirates these days you didn't used to is you can warp out and retreat, and they can't. They just basically stand and die because they've got nowhere to retreat to. This is literally the only place they live in. That'll be one of my ships that just pulled out. Yep, there's one of my ships pulled out. Marvellous, well done, lads. And now we just destroy the pirate area. And hopefully, before the next round of pirates spawn, we can basically fill in this hole in the map and everything will be lovely. Okay, pirates eliminated, and as they're already down this side of the Empire, I feel like, in all fairness, these guys can just stay here. Classis 1 can now just be the general security force. These guys basically just float around, they deal with any anomalous threats. We'll probably send some of them up north to the northern frontier outpost at some point. The Athari Sanctuary also probably deserves to be, if not upgraded, at the bare minimum, it does deserve some platforms, so I will actually build some defensive platforms there. Though actually, before I do any of that, there's probably a whole bunch of upgrading that needs to be done here. Yes, here we go. Plasma throwers. Very, very nice indeed. We can just afford to actually fund those too. That works out magnificently. Though actually, I'll throw on some autocannons too, just because the autocannons seem kind of hilarious, though. Ooh. Going up to that gives me far too much power. Right, how do I potentially spend a bit of power? Probably by increasing, there we are, more shields, less armor. That'll do. After all, if you do have the power, you should probably be putting it in shields rather than armor so you actually get it regenerating. Now, do I actually want to have an autocannon on my corvettes? Like, if the only thing the railgun's ready for is tearing through shields, why not go for the autocannon instead? Because even if it needs to be close range, that's fine. In all fairness, these things do get up to close range. I literally have their behaviour set to get involved and shoot everything. Meanwhile, in the Nightmare War, how's this planet looking, by the way? This planet is... Okay, this planet has literally been destroyed. There's nothing left. You have bombed this planet into the ground. There's no one actually left here anymore. The Planetary Administration is in ruins. You've literally ruined the entire planet. Would you like to maybe come and fix it now? Or were you just basically in here because you thought it would be funny to bomb it? No movement from the transport fleet whatsoever. So basically, just because, you know, this war has to end one way or the other, it feels like we're going to be walking away at this point. Oh, I think they've abandoned, yep. So, all of the Rhino Turtle fleets have basically decided they're going to naff off. I could come and take this planet over right now. Or rather, could I? Hang on. If I move in at this exact moment in time, and I take this planet, which I don't actually... I mean, I don't hold the system. Would this force them to take the planet because they occupy the... I'm going to send in my armies. Because I think if I take the planet in a system they occupied, who gets the system? Meanwhile, the bird people and the pen people have declared peace. I'm not actually sure when they went to war, but apparently they did. What actually happened? So, it looks like the Ganvius gained a few bits and pieces by the looks of it. Who's those guys? And took them off the bird people. Do we like the Ganvius? They're not great, to be honest, but they'll do in a pinch. So I've just dropped a save because I don't actually want to have this planet for myself, but if I land my armies, at this point there's... Oh. Hang on, there's no, don't do it. There's now flipping 3 armies there, which is kind of annoying. How many armies are left over here? Presumably none, right? Yeah, there's no armies down here. Okay, I will bring in the Cabbage Defense Fleet to bombard this world to get its strength down, because you never finished bombarding it. My transport fleets, however, will head over here, because I want to test this. Okay, I've just dropped another safety save here. So, this system is currently occupied, or rather held, by the Athari.
Construction complete.
I am going to land my armies on this world. I assume I am acting as their ally, as they're the ones holding the system, and as a result, because there's no actual flipping army here to resist me, we will immediately just basically walk in and take the place. Okay, now who owns this place? Yes! This place now belongs to you guys. Good. So if your allies are being a bit slow, you can basically invade on their behalf. It's the person who occupies the system, i.e. the person who knocked out the starbase who... Wait, what? Why am I suddenly at... Hang on. No. Wait. What? The colony lost. We have lost administrative control of Mosslands to the Athari Mandate, who control the starbase in the Medak system. Yes, as we should have done. That's actually what we wanted to happen. Right, so... Okay, so the game gets a tiny bit confused. Which is it very temporarily moves into your possession, then immediately gets handed over to the person who holds the starbase. Fine. So yeah, it is the starbase owner, not the successful invader, that gets the planet. Good, that's useful for me actually wrapping up this war once and for all, and also making sure these guys have to deal with the unrest, so I don't need to bother. Also, a weird noise I'm not familiar with just happened. We've got high war exhaustion. Ah, yes, because the war's been going on for a while. That'd be flipping why. It's fine. Chill out. The war's nearly over. I've figured out a way to basically force it to be done. Right, just for safety, assign a leader to this. So we've got ourselves a butcher, who causes more collateral damage. A glory seeker. Ooh, la-di-da. Alternatively, someone who has a high chance of disengaging and less chance of causing actual collateral damage. Or someone who just really, really wants to... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give the eager kid a chance. Why the hell not, eh? Right, I think one of these armies is almost done already. Yeah, in all fairness, you're probably safe to actually head down to the surface at this point. So you guys head down there. Bonus 5% damage off that. You're already actually pretty good at this sort of fighting business. So down you go. And lovely. First guy's going to go down already. So, ooh. I'm taking a fair bit of damage, mind. Yeah, actually. I'm taking a weirdly large amount of damage. I mean, I knew these guys... We did not have that much trouble last time. That's intriguing. Okay, should we maybe retreat? Oh, dear. We can't retreat before... actually, about now. Okay, maybe we should, like, pull out for a bit. Yeah, let's actually pull out. Right, well, you guys were tougher than I was expecting. Well, I guess no offense. This is your last world and all of that. Fair enough. You know what? We'll come back later. We'll come back later when we've kind of bombed you a bit more. Okay, I've softened them up for you a little bit. You may now return back down to... You joined it. Yeah, there we are. Good. There's the little launch pods things. Good, good, good. Planetary invasion, like, recommence. You see that there? That was easier. So we've got ourselves the Silver Guard military dominance. No, actually. I think you'll find that those guys are about to immediately be... Oh, but there we go. There's the end of the Queptilium destroyers. Lovely. And in a moment, I'll be told that we had to hand the planet straight over to someone else. Oh, what a pity. What a tragic pity that we... And there we go, the Silver Guards. I didn't like the Silver Guard. They didn't like me, I didn't like them. And that's it. We've got rid of the bastards. The fanatical purifiers have been taken care of. Beautiful. Admittedly, the Athari Mandate is a bit of an odd shape. You guys kind of... You conquered these planets the wrong way round, to be honest. But you know what? Well done, everyone involved. Now, unfortunately, down with our friends the Rhino Turtles, who so far have done marvellously good work... They have actually managed to, yes, they've managed to lose a couple of systems so far. But of course, this is not fanatical purifying war, this is normal war. So as a result, these systems are currently marked as occupied, even though there's no system in them. They've just pushed along here. If they have valid claims, and if the war is settled in a status quo, then they would gain these systems. Question is, should I get involved in some capacity? I'm not really sure I should. And actually, I can't at that moment because I've got no reason to be involved. I can't just go in for a war of humiliation because they're not rivals, and I can't rival them because they don't border me. Yeah, unless I actually had some form of defensive treaty with the Rhino Turtles, I've actually got no way of getting involved, unfortunately. Because apparently... Actually, do you have the right to invite defenders if you're under attack? I don't know if you do, and if you do, apparently they didn't want to. And the Athari Mandate want me in a federation again. No, sorry, not interested. You guys are honestly not quite strong enough to justify it at this moment. And in all fairness, you're also only expanding at this point out of kindness from me. Because I could have locked you away in your little empire for the rest of time. And there's nothing you could have done about it. Meanwhile, up in the Athari Sanctuary, remember those nice guys I invited into my empire? They have shown up too... And they are conservationist, communal, egalitarian, happiness 100% because they indeed get to share in the utopian abundance. Lovely. Okay, unfortunately you guys aren't actually bringing anything special like, you know, bonus energy credits. But still, it's nice to have you here. Welcome aboard. I don't want you doing science, though. The ducks ought to do the science, because they get bonus sociology. Which is why I actually have this one working on the gene clinic, because the gene clinic is very, very useful for boosting growth as well. And I guess also we need to rename this fleet, for they are no longer the Cabbage Defense Fleet, for there are no cabbages to defend against, aside from those who have now happily integrated into our own empire. And speaking of which, how many people are in the... There are still 6 in the closed borders network, but that's relatively few, all things considered. This is not actually the Cabbage Defense Fleet. These are now the Cabbage Slayers. We shall forever remember Vopisca Acilius, whose name I have not read before, but whose name we shall remember as the glorious man who slew the cabbages. In fact, there's very little reason for the Grand Cabbage Slayers to actually stay in this part of the world anymore. At this point, we are bordered entirely by friends. Everything seems to be broadly under control. So, what I probably should do is... do I want to deploy them to the north? Like, this is actually not a large force. There's only actually 17 troops here. The Cabbage Slayers could at this point be given a nice cushy posting up north. Just kind of hanging close by to... oh, hello, the Something Citizen Union. Who are you? Oh, it's mushrooms. I always like mushrooms. And I should like mushrooms because, well, they're a bit xenophobic. But they are egalitarian, which is nice. That's good. May spirits bring you to your goals, mushroom people. Where are you, by the way? You are... ah, was that you right here? Yes, it was. Okay. So they're kind of squeezed in close by to... oh, yes. They're now squished against determined exterminators. That doesn't bode well for you. Oh, yes. You have war claims against each other. Actually, you presumably have war claims against... yeah, you've got war claims against everybody, actually. Unsurprisingly, really. Anyone communicating with me? You want research? That's fine. You can have research. Would you actually, like, you know, help in your war? Because you seem to be losing it quite badly, actually. And that's a bit of a concern. Because if these guys keep basically rolling you up, eventually I'll border them. That is a bit of a concern. Also, why is no one taking this system? Probably something bad lives there. Possibly a Leviathan. I haven't actually run into a single Leviathan yet. I think I saw Gargantua. Yeah, I saw Gargantua around here. Other than that, I have not actually run into a single Leviathan-related thing yet. Oh, and they always come in pairs. Who wants to speak now? The Zemapuk Union, who are also xenophobes. Okay. Not necessarily. And they're right down the bottom of the galaxy. Fine. They don't actually involve me at all. And honestly, they probably won't want to get involved in my business at all either. Fine. Probably this is where things are more interesting for me. So these guys are... a bit kind of take it or leave it. They're not fast. These guys are obviously dicks who hate everyone. The Pax Romana don't seem to be doing that well. In fact, actually, yeah, while their mining zone's expanding off to the south, their planets are pressed firmly against... oh, hang on. Why do I get the feeling that that originally wasn't a world you would have settled? No, I have a horrible feeling they've taken those worlds off someone else. Possibly... in fact, the Romans. Yeah, the Romans are very close by, dangerously close by, to a great big determined exterminator. Because we saw that we had a problem and we took it out. You guys have let it fester and now look at it. It's bigger than you are. And even more cocking people, why suddenly are we speaking to everyone down the south? Oh, it's more dwarfs. I thought we'd run into dwarves already, I can't remember. Right. Even more... oh, it's a blood court. Oh, it's fanatical cocking purifiers. Right, well... we taught you guys a lesson last time. We'll do it again. Love is friendship set to music. Where are you? Where are those bastards? Where just were they? Was that you there? Oh. They've got... okay, why is suddenly everyone communicating with me? It's a bandit kingdom. Oh. Okay, these guys are new. Bandit kingdom means these guys are what? The barbaric despoilers, where they can basically send actual ships to your planet and abduct your people to work on their world. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. How should we respond? Yeah, love is friendship set to music. Because we always respond that way. Right. So as it turns out, yeah, all the bastards live in the south of the galaxy. I was thinking it was a bit nice. But yeah, unfortunately, all the nice people have spawned up near me. All the bastards have spawned down here. So there's some... yeah, there's some quite powerful bandit kingdom despoilers over here. And then there's some fanatical purifying dwarfs. Feels very odd to say, but alright. Who have indeed managed to... yeah, they've actually managed to expand quite effectively. Beside them are some lovely xenophiles. The lovely xenophile... okay, seriously, stop it. Why is everyone chatting to me? Oh, okay, you're ugly, but wait, what? That's not allowed. You're not allowed to be fanatical egalitarian and fanatical spiritualist and pacifist. That's cheating. You're only allowed to be fanatical one thing. Well, maybe if you hide at the edge of the galaxy, no one really cares. Apparently they have equivalent naval capacity to us, despite being literally that. I don't know who you guys are. I'm guessing you're a breakaway state from someone else. Marvellous. Yeah, it would appear that if we expand south, we're heading towards determined exterminators, albeit determined exterminators, we might be able to work together with our old friends, the Infinite Pond and the Pax Romana again. And beyond that, yeah. While there are some people who are sort of okay, there's a lot of xenophiles. A lot of xenophiles, a lot of... Ooh. Did we just find a ruined Dyson sphere? Okay. This is cool. Can we get hold of it and do it? No, it's...
Research complete.
We could, but it's locked away. It's locked away, so we might have to wait for a better time to get hold of that. And they got hold of this too, and they're expanding in this direction. But we are taking this system right here. That's the important thing. Also, there's been peace. There's been peace between... Oh, heck. You just lost a lot of everything, didn't you? Yes, you did. Right, and I'm guessing, how do you get on with our friends the Athari? Because I like the Athari, and...
Construction complete.
Right now, you've got no real relationship with them. You've never laid claims against them. Okay. Seems okay for the time being, but that's worrying. The dicks live in the south, but they're not happy living down there.
Complete.
They're expanding north fast. So far, we've had a pretty peaceful game, aside from just, you know, a bit of housekeeping against fanatical purifiers. It looks like the bad stuff's down here, and we're expanding straight at it. Also, we've got a void cloud in a system close by to us. That's fine. Is this fleet the one that's now got the upgraded... Yeah, you've got autocannons. Okay, get close by to it. Get close by to it here. Oh, autocannon. Autocannon fire. Autocannon fire. Lovely. Everyone just fire in those beautiful, beautiful autocannons. And once the shields are down, the hull should be torn apart by the plasma. This is the first time we've seen the plasma in action, and it is doing beautiful, beautiful work there. This thing is just falling the hell apart. Oh, flipping dear. Nice work. What can we learn from you? Cloud lightning, which is not that good to my mind, so don't worry about that. And we've managed to secure this area down here, which we did want to get hold of. This area appears to be mostly empty. I'm happy to let you guys have it, quite frankly. So we've managed to secure Kentheron, which for the moment at least, I'd say logically should be the edge of our empire, because it is a very nice little choke point. If you want to basically get to us any other way, you'd have to go through the starfish people. And the starfish people are so cute, they'll definitely end up on our side in any massive conflict against these bastards. So, probably time for us to immediately start upgrading this, because I'm just sitting on a giant pile of money right now. So absolutely, upgrade that right flipping now. And slap down those defense platforms. We can afford it right now. New upgraded defense platforms. Get them in the way. Nice. Very, very good indeed. You get mining. Just kind of get down the mining stations. Get down the research stations. This place belongs to me. Alright. And we've also got ourselves a gateway in the territory we've expanded down to. We don't have the technology to use it yet, but in future, that might open up some interesting possibilities for us. We will have to see about that. And the cabbage slayers will indeed be deployed to the Athari Sanctuary for the time being. We're up to 8 on the starbase capacity. I think it's perfectly fair for this place to also be upgraded. So that's going to be upgraded for 300 as well. We're going to have a proper starbase up by the Athari Sanctuary. That's very, very good indeed. Together with the Northern Frontier Outpost, which is basically the line of defense against any incursion from the north into the main empire. These guys they're still fine with me. No sign of war with them whatsoever. But I'm not going to go decommissioning Freedom Station just yet because, well, if these bastards keep expanding north, and there's a very real possibility they might do, because you are now... naval capacity's just dropped below ours. Yeah, you've just lost a lot of territory. If these guys expand north, I might end up sharing a border with some slaving despots. And I don't really want that. That strikes me as a very, very bad idea. Also, the Pax Romana just entered a defensive pact with... Who are you guys? You were the mushrooms we just met. Okay. You guys aren't spectacular, but you'll do the flipping job, yeah. Okay, you are militarist and xenophobes. Okay, I can see why you two would join together. You've got some nasty bastards next door on every side. And we've got tradition, by the way, including up to... Actually, yeah, tradition's been a little bit slow recently, hasn't it? We need to get some more temples down. I think, actually, there isn't one down over on the new colony yet. I'm going to go for the greater good, purely because it opens up Utopian Dream, and that's the Paradise Dome, which will open up even more unity for me. So that strikes me as a good idea. You guys have got a temple, right? I gave you a temple. Yeah, I gave you a temple. You guys are actually good at it. You guys need to get a temple down if you'd be so kind. This place is growing fast. People are actually moving here. Also, we've got more bloody people chatting. Oh good, it's not an empire, it's just a trade exchange. Well met to you. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that's more than enough for now. So this is actually going to be a very long part. We have managed to find what I believe to be a very good frontier out here, including 2 planets. 2 good quality planets as well. That one's a bit small, but we can use land clearance to add a little bit more to that. So yes, I'd say we're potentially in a good spot right now to just finalise consolidating all of this. We've got a small force up here to potentially guard our northern frontier, which is very, very good indeed. But we need to keep an eye, because the threats are moving in. The slavers are coming from the south. The killbots are coming in from the east. And actually, have we run into any Mongols yet? Where exactly are the space Mongols? Because we haven't run into them yet, and they're somewhere out there. I know there's 2 space Mongol empires, though actually if we haven't run into them, that means they're probably in the south as well. Right. Basically, I suspect the theme of the mid-game of this playthrough is going to be, oh no, something's attacking us from the south again. Which is going to make this little choke point very, very important indeed. So, next time we'll start trying to figure out how to actually reinforce a choke point as much as we can and see what we can do there indeed. Together with, yeah, trying to figure out who our next target is. Because there might be an argument for saying that all of us good guys around here band together to go after the Eliminators. Because I suspect these guys, though they have superior fleet power, if I could just persuade everyone to band together and all go in at the same time, we might be able to do something to them. That'd be cool. We will see about that. We will see about that indeed. Also, I know I just said we need to hold this checkpoint, but I can't help but notice there's a load of planets here. Load of really nice planets right next to the flipping... between the Fallen Empire and the Determined Exterminators. Good idea, John. Good idea. We'll see if I decide to follow through on that terrible idea next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Stellaris Apocalypse. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much. In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariot!